Well, things are getting underway for the barge build. This is part of the flotation here. We got some nose cones and some billets. Those displace like 1,800 pounds of something, water. So I'm going to be able to put a lot of weight on this thing because I'm going to have 4 pontoons that displace a lot of water. So I'm just dropping these off here. This is the barge landing area. Going back, get the rest of the floats. And then I've got my timber order. All the yellow cedar for the barge is going to be getting dropped in the water. And I'll tow it over next week so that I'm all ready and prepped for the barge build. So we got a beautiful day. Bill and I are out here prepping the wood. We've tarred the top sides of all the beams so that they won't absorb as much moisture. Hopefully extend the life of the dock a little bit. And now we are starting to assemble these pontoons so they come in like 6-foot sections. And then we're going to bolt a 2x6 on the bottom like a skid, so when I beach it, it doesn't, you know, the gravel and rocks don't damage the float, so it'll have a nice little wood protection. And that'll also connect these pontoons together so that they're one piece. And then we can bolt a 4x4 on that edge and then drop it into the water. The only dock building experience I have is building those docks over there. And now we're building a 30x30 barge. So join us as we just fumble our way through this process. It's gonna be great. Well, it's a beautiful day. Got my buddy Bill here. Helped me get the lumber for the barge out to the property, and we had a great day. Got everything done in time, and we're heading back when we decided it'd be a great time to stop. Or the boat decided it'd be a great time to stop because it wanted more gas. Can you imagine these boats, the nerve? So we're just floating out in the lake here. It's nice. Thankfully it's not raining. And yeah, we're out of gas. Now, I always keep a spare gas can, but we borrowed it from this boat to fill up the skiff, which we were using to haul the lumber, and it was low on gas, and I thought, we'll be fine. And sure enough, we weren't fine because I was ferrying people back and forth for my son's birthday party yesterday and used up all the gas in this boat. And apparently I don't look at gas gauges when I should. So, you know, it's just one of those days, another adventure here. But I made a post on the local Facebook page for the people that live on the lake here, and somebody is coming to rescue us. So, God love Canada, you know?
Home for dinner.
Everybody's so nice and polite and helps everybody out the way life should be. So, yeah, sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches or just float in your boat until you get rescued. Another humbling experience, another lesson learned here on the lake. Maybe I should carry two gas cans from now on. All right, we got a pontoon ready here. We're just cutting some blocks to block in this front cone because it didn't have any holes in it for some reason to lag it. So it's screwed to the skid on the bottom there. We got a 2x6. Bolted into the bottom of all these floats. So we'll just block this in with a 4x4, a couple of U2s, and then this pontoon, we can sling it into the water here. So we got 4 pontoons to build, and then we're just gonna inch our way out into the water here, screwing and doing what we gotta do to make the thing floaty, you know? It's really complicated work, so I think it's time for a time lapse. All of the deck screws as well as the structural leg screws used in this video were provided by U2 Fasteners. For those of you who haven't heard of U2, they're a Canadian company that manufactures screws and fasteners for all kinds of construction applications. So I encourage you to follow the link in the description box below, check them out. They'll even send you a free sample pack to try out yourself. I pretty much used up every single screw I had on this barge, so I'm gonna have to call U2 for a restock so I can get on to the next project. Thanks again, U2. It's been great working with you guys over the years.
goes.
Sit back against the backrest, huh?
Oh, nice. You gonna give him a countdown? Woo! Good one. He's just lining them up. Okay, Ash, give him a push. Yeah!
And always remember, my friends, if it needs to be screwed, screw you too.
Okay, we're doing a little battle of the beasts here. The Makita 40-volt drill versus the Milwaukee 18 impact. And spoiler alert, it's no comparison. Let's go. You go ahead. I'll give you a head start. Go on. This is the ticker right here. Forget those impact drivers. 40-volt drill. That's a drill driver. The leg screws. There's no better combo. You get the sandals in there. You're in. You want to set the comment section off. Mark it off, man. We'll be carrying you a new one. All letting the wood go in the water, huh? What's up the road? Okay. We all quit 20 minutes ago and Benny was still there putting screws in. My kind of man.
All right, tell me, Jesse, what are we doing?
We got the barge is kind of high up on the rock here now that we've got a bunch of weight on it, so it's starting to bow the barge out. We got to jack it off the rock here with the barn jack from Princess Auto, my high lifter. So we're gonna brace it on the rock here.
There you go.
Now we're floating again.
Yep.
All right, good job.
Let's do it, Bennett.
Bill and the boys here are teaching my boys how to rig a pile of lumber. Important skill for every man to know. So Woody here, he's a certified rigger. Chicho? Okay, so this is a new construction, but we decided to start our renovations before we were done completing it. So what we're doing is we're pulling the pontoon closer to the middle because we were noticing there's a bit of a dip in the barge, even though it was nice and straight when we framed it, but you're catching the whole unit on that 4x4. Yeah. So we're pulling the pontoon, outside pontoons, we're gonna pull them in a couple of feet and then just cantilever the edge of the barge there. So I won't be putting any big weight right on the edge anyways, so I figured better to have the pontoons closer to the center. So
You want to give me some over there, Justin, please?
this is my first barge build, so obviously I don't know what I'm doing,
Want to come along?
but we got lots of hands here, so we'll get her fixed. Yeah. What an absolute whirlwind weekend that was. Just came out here to check on this thing and just reminiscing all the fun we had. But man, that was a lot of work. So I just wanted to say a huge thank you to all the guys that came out. John drove from Colorado to come help me for 3 days. Unbelievable. Woody from Ontario, Benny from Michigan, Justin and Bill from here on the island. Thank you guys so much. Just thinking about all the stuff that we got done. Other than, you know, obviously you guys just giving me so much hard labor to get this thing done in 3 days is, you know, such a blessing. So grateful for that. But thinking about it, what stood out to me the most was watching you guys pump up my boys, encourage them, get them involved in the work. You know, we were having so much fun building this thing, us guys, that my boys, you know, they grabbed drills and they just came over on their own and said, we want to help. And all the guys were pumping them up and high-fiving. They were really feeling like, you know, strong young men helping us out. And so I think that was honestly one of the biggest blessings and takeaways for me for the weekend. So thank you so much for that, guys. You know, we always try to encourage our kids, you know, on our own, but oftentimes it takes other adults to really get through to them and encourage them and pump up them and their self-esteem and confidence to build stuff. So having all my boys working and my wife cooking, it was just an unbelievable weekend. Everybody, I'm sure, is exhausted. I've been pretty much sleeping for like the last 2 days just to recover. But yeah, if any of you guys enjoyed this video, you want to be able to have the opportunity to come partake in future little like work party events where we're going to be building other things, tent platforms, cabins, working on the main cabin and the house. There's so much work to be done. So if you guys, you know, see this as an awesome opportunity to just come hang out, meet some new people, partake in an awesome project, just being in nature and the glory here, feel free to drop an email to workwiththesamurai@gmail.com, and the next time we have people out to work, we'll send emails out, and hopefully you guys can work it with your schedules. So please give this video a like and a share. Drop a comment down below what you think of the party barge, all the different things we should be using it for. And we'll catch you in the next video. Samurai out.